Hello guys, a very wonderful day. Now we're going to continue with our masking tools. All right, we're going to continue with it, and this time around what I want us to mask is going to be a test. So let's proceed, and then it is this particular test that is here. Let me just write something simple, big. Okay. I'm going to use, first of all, let me increase the test size to 200. Yes, 200. And I'll say okay. Let me go to the font, and then I think the font I want to use is Go Bold. Yes, I like that Go Bold for this. All right, so now this is it. Okay, so I'm going to mask it now. So when you see some of these things, do not think it is a magic. Yes, it was done with their application and the skills. All right, so let's click on mask. Now you can see that the mask has taken its position, but I'm going to reposition it by taking it up a bit. All right, so this is how I want it to be. So before I enable the mask mode, I have successfully shifted this to where I want it to be. And if I am satisfied with this, if I am satisfied like this, I will just proceed to say okay. All right, now I'm going to do something. I will have to copy this text and then go back to my mask and choose out. I hope you got that. Yes, and choose out, and then say okay. So what is going to happen now is that I'm going to bring the two of them together, go to my relative size, middle, yes, okay. Then the next one I also use relative size. Now the two of them are at the strategic point where they are supposed to be, but I'm going to create a space between them. All right, are you seeing that? Yes. So when you see something like this, when you see something like this, know that they did it with the masking tool. Right, so let us just give a different color to one. Let's give a different color to one. Say okay, so just color. I needed to put okay. Now you have seen this. All right, how does this look? Beautiful. So if I want to add something to it, I can as well add something to it, but I just like it like this. Right, so for me to be able to move the two of them right now, all I need to do is just to click here, tap the two of them, and then merge. Say okay. Now they have become one. I can decide to resize the two of them. All right, so this is the first one. Now let's do another one. I'll still use the same word, big. Now this time it's still going to be 200, but I'm going to do something a bit different. Okay, 200. Okay, now let's go to the font, and I'll still choose that Go Bold, and I will increase the style to bold. Say okay, and then I'll bring the masking tool still. Look at it here, but this time around it's going to be different. See what I'm going to do? I'll drag this to this point and drag this one to this point. Now I'm going to rotate this thing I said I used to call antenna to make it be straight to this point. Okay, so let me click it again. Now let's get this one. Yes, it has formed a straight line, I think. Yeah, straight line. No, this one is not really straight. Fine. Now this one needs to. Yes, this is exactly what I want. So if you take a look at this now, let's say okay, Then I copy it and then still go back to that mask like I told you, then say out. Are you seeing that? Yes. Say okay, so let's position the two of them. Use positioning to middle. Yes, positioning to middle. Now there's a little hole, but remember I told you I'm not doing for perfection in this. I'm only showing you how to use the tools. All right, so in your own time, try as much as you can to make everything perfect. All right, make it perfect. Don't expect the my final results to be perfect. Okay, so even though I can still close that hole, but it's not going to give a good shape. Okay, so let's leave it the way it was. Now assuming I want to add something extra, like I said, to this, all I just need to do is maybe move this particular masked letters, right? Say okay, then bring up another shape, just a normal shape. Okay, then resize it. You can resize it like this. And I'll say okay, I think this is fine like this. And I'll rotate it, drag it to that position. If your rotation is not as you want, you can proceed to get something else. All right. I think where I marked this G is not really right. I marked it at the wrong place. All right. I marked the G at the wrong place, but let's proceed. So, oh sorry. What is happening? Okay. So let us take it to its position, and then let's use our rotation. Position. That rotation, I think, let me just leave it like that. And then this time I'm going to also do something here. This is what I want to do. I'm going to make this to have a different color also. Okay, so this is it. And then this one, I'm going to give it a different color also. Let's go to color, enable the color. I might just use something like this, right? And then increase, give it a stroke. All right, so you see that you can go ahead to just do something like adding an arrow, all right, by picking this kind of shape, and then you resize it. At this point I need my zoom, my workspace to be zoomed out. All right, so you can just quickly do something like this. Okay, let's say okay, and then we'll rotate it, drag to this position. If the rotation is not good, you apply a little bit. This is okay, so let's zoom it out to see. Okay, assuming this is just what you want, now let's take a look at them. 1 2 3 4. So assuming this is what you want, how does it look? Fine, right? Let me just remove it from here. You see this is something that you can actually do. Most times when we see people doing logos and all that, there is no much thing they are doing. It's just being able to know how to use your tool. That is just that. Right now, the next thing we are going to do here is I think the final thing actually we're going to do is I'll show you how to mask. Of course, in the next video we're going to learn how to make more frames. All right, so you have seen these two things we just did now, so you can just go ahead and make things like this. In our next video I'm going to show you how to use more tools on this PixelLab. All right, try as much as you can to practice this and do it better. Do have a lovely day.